contributor. So, with Chris Middleton coming back, with Pat Connaughton, I think this was his 5th game back. This was a really difficult road game and an excellent opportunity for the Lakers to prove that they've been playing some good basketball, and they did. They controlled this game really. There was a little bit of a back and forth.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
I get it, dude. I've been talking about the roster too. But the reality of the situation, and when he was available, he didn't look like he looked like a lesser version of Anthony. He looked like Clint Capella.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Jump shot, although like below 20% jump shot. That's the type of play he did earlier on.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Then you have to scrap all of them. Do they need to make a deal, a trade to become
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Really was good in that mid-range.
Now Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Patriots come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching them try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Powerful strength that not many players in the league have. And the same thing goes for Draymond, but he's not quite the athlete that LeBron is. He just has
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
For Johnson, that played
They begin this drive with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now you just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run an option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for loss.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones.
Don't pick the ball off, you bitch.
Looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
God dang.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
Like, I don't know who in the Madden offense is like, yeah, let's not make them be able to, like,
and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
And knock the ball down. No matter how good position that he is. Because offenses need another chance.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. It's Henry. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Jackrabbit just for the love.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The tight end Henry here in motion. Back to throw. Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
But it's because these performances like these last 2 games have been more the exception. Like he's had like 4 or 5 games where they've met this standard that I think really.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That
think he's going to be better than Connor?
And a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Faking the give, now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play,
and he catch it.
Chunky yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete.
How many rounds y'all do?
He's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
I respect every piece of that.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Pats will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd and 9, Jones, and he fires one incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones completes this one to Thornton. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson now to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Absolutely.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will tie us for my life right now.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
You don't throw a million picks.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. He's going to let one fly here for a Vaughn. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
See, that's why I go to practice. Like, I go to practice and I'll run.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals to combine.
But a lot of plays, I know what they are when I see it. And I just want to see how all my progression.
It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
These plays that I really like, I try to look at least 3 reads in the play.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They run again on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
What's the Cowboys moving on?
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries.
Not powering the other one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. In motion left goes a tight end. Harris running straight ahead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
What the nigga want from him?
No gain on the play there. Second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There's absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Oh, okay.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So after the penalty heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Where your boy from Dallas is? He
they
gone?
gotta get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first game, that is quite surprising.
Oh, he got
tanked.
teams that's
patient
right.
enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Foxborough.
From
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trucks over him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass.
You gonna play him in linebacker?
He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down.
There's a
Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They have nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hey, y'all see when I was playing
he has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns used a big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good to make the score 13-3.
There's what?
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones to the sideline. He's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Right side, Thornton with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
The ultimate hit.
Trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 16. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Y'all gonna
So
go,
they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's almost running.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
He fast on.
Looking to throw. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Here's Jones on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
The game's tied, like, all game.
Play and pretty much said to everyone,
and then I took off.
I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This outcome
don't look like on this play to move the sticks. Jones from the gun on third down. It's caught. Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the
like they'll be playing a really good game and then fall right back into the shit.
As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Do it to them every time.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He gonna give it back to you a couple times. He run the same shit out the same formations, like, and it's almost like at the same down and distances.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure
on the cool, he might be number 2 in success, too. Blonde?
The person that made this movie, it's a Tyler Perry joint.